Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
I think it's been handled highly inappropriately. This has been a real setback for my son.
All she wanted was an apology, some training for police, and for the city to cover the medical bills after a Buckeye cop was aggressive with her son. He thought the boy was a drug user. Turns out he has autism. Mom says her requests were simple and would have avoided a lawsuit, but Buckeye PD ignored her completely. And now ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskobing has learned that could end up costing the city a lot of money.
The family just filed this $5 million notice of claim, and it has some brand new details, including this picture of what happened to the boy's ankle, which needed surgery. But the family says this is more than just physical injuries. It's the emotional toll it's taken on him.
Stop walking away from me.
It's a stream.
Okay, so why are you bouncing around all the way?
It all happened July last year. The boy is Connor Leibel. He's 14, has autism, and was playing in a quiet neighborhood park.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm okay. I'm okay.
Here's the officer who did it, David Grossman, a drug recognition expert with a checkered career. After the incident, the family sent this letter to Buckeye's police chief, asking for that apology, training, and money for Connor's doctor bills. But Buckeye never responded, essentially forcing the family to sue.
I'm every emotion you could think of right now. You know, that's my baby who was, manhandled like that.
Now, we're still investigating this officer and his expertise as a drug recognition expert. And let's just say right now, Buckeye's documentation and answers aren't adding up. Stay tuned for that story. But for now, in the newsroom, Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
Cops to cost taxpayers $5 million for refusing to apologize for beating autistic child on video. By Matt Agarist, January 23, 2018. Buckeye, Arizona. Following a national outcry surrounding the violent takedown of an autistic boy by Officer David Grossman, the Buckeye Police Department began conducting damage control. As the world lashed out at the department for mistreating Connor, an innocent autistic boy, in such a violent and callous manner, the parents simply asked for an apology, one that would never come. As ABC 15 reports, after the incident, the Leibel family through an attorney sent Buckeye Police Chief Larry Hall a letter with 3 requests. 1. Grossman apologize face-to-face. 2. Grossman perform community service in the autism community. 3. Buckeye institutes autism training for officers. The letter then said, if these terms are agreed to first, any financial component of this case will be quickly resolved. All the department had to do was agree to those terms, an apology, teach cops not to beat up autistic kids, and have the abusive cop who did beat up an autistic kid volunteer at some local events in the autism community. They refused to do any of it. Advertisement. Instead, they instituted some Orwellian scarlet letter program in which they tagged people with disabilities so cops wouldn't beat them up. Instead of teaching cops not to hurt disabled people, they made disabled people register with the city and wear a wristband so cops could identify them. Seriously. Now, 6 months after Grossman attacked the innocent autistic boy, the family has filed a multimillion-dollar lawsuit because the department refused to take any action. So it's with a heavy heart, and having received no meaningful response or apology from Buckeye to date, that Connor L. and his family are forced to pursue legal action, the claim states. The entire disturbing interaction and subsequent assault were captured on the officer's body camera and serve to illustrate the destructive and violent nature of both the war on drugs as well as police ignorance in dealing with those who have disabilities. The department, who subsequently cleared the violent officer of all wrongdoing, described Grossman as a drug recognition expert with the department's patrol division. As the Free Thought Project has reported, officers can attend a weekend training seminar where they learn how to escalate traffic stops under suspicion of drug use and charge more motorists with driving under the influence of drugs, even though many who are charged had no drugs in their system at all. As TFTP reported at the time of the original incident, Grossman approached Leibel and asked him what he was doing. The autistic boy responded with good and that he was stimming, short for self-stimulation, the often repetitive actions, movements, and sounds many if not most autistic individuals make to calm and stimulate themselves. "I'm okay. I'm okay," Connor screamed as the man he was likely always was told by his family was there as a protector, in that moment, became his tormentor. Anyone who knows anything about working with autistic individuals knows how to spot someone who is likely autistic. There are the telltale signs of repetitive behaviors, rocking motions, awkward social interactions, and inappropriate speech responses in some. And one thing experts also know is autistic individuals get extremely agitated, anxious, and sometimes combative when they're touched. Grossman grabbed Connor as the young teenager attempted to walk away from the officer, an action which was well within his civil rights since he was not a suspect in any crime. But Grossman quickly told him not to walk away and attempted to place the boy in handcuffs after grabbing him by the arm. When Connor attempted to pull away, Grossman took him to the ground and held him there until backup arrived, all the while Connor was screaming in agony and trying to mentally make sense of everything happening to him. "Don't move, stop moving, don't you move, you understand?" Grossman told the boy as a dangerous situation could have quickly gotten out of hand. If the boy had reached back and grabbed Grossman's gun, what would have happened then? "Why are you acting like this, Connor?" he asked. "'Cause I'm okay," the boy replied. The young boy's aunt, Diane, heard all the child's screams and approached the scene. She told Grossman she was sorry if her nephew had done anything wrong but stated he had autism. "He's fighting with me," the officer said, being completely untruthful with the boy's guardian. At that moment, the officer should have removed his hands from the boy and allowed him to get to his feet. Instead, he held him down, a no with autistic individuals, for what must have been agonizing minutes until his backup arrived. "He's doing something with his hands, I don't know what that is," the officer stated. "You don't have anything, drugs, on you, do you?" he ignorantly asked again. Predictably, the Buckeye Police Department investigated the incident with Grossman and concluded no use of force occurred in dealing with the teen. But his body and the pictures of the damage to his body tell a different tale. Bruises, scrapes, and cuts covered the autistic boy's torso that were inflicted as a result of the fact that a poorly trained drug recognition expert could arguably not tell the difference between someone who is on drugs and someone who is autistic. Following the incident, which took place on June 19, the Buckeye Police Department conducted their own internal investigation and concluded Libel's autism led to suspicious behavior, which gave Officer Grossman reasonable suspicion to believe Libel was under the influence of drugs. Just like that, a young man's autism was declared to be a justified reason for his detainment and physical assault in the land of the free. Now, the taxpayers will undoubtedly be held accountable for not only the violence of one cop but for the stubborn, callous, and obstinate behavior of the entire department who is protecting him. Watch the infuriating body cam footage below.
What's going on? Yeah, what are you doing?
Good.
What are you doing?
I'm skinny.
What?
How are you doing with this?
What is that? Stop walking away from me.
It's a stream.
Okay, so why are you bouncing around all the way? You have any ID on you?
No.
Don't go anywhere. Alright, just relax.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm okay! I'm okay! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Stay down.
I'm okay! I'm okay! I'm okay!
Don't move.
Okay.
You understand?
No, I'm okay! I know. Help!
Stop moving!
I'm okay!
Don't you move, you understand?
Yeah. I need help!
Don't move.
I need help!
Don't stop moving.
Am I gonna go away?
Relax.
I'll breathe.
You are breathing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll clap and lay down. I'm okay.
Stop moving.
Am I gonna go away? Are you gonna go away?
Just relax.
What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing?
Just relax, okay?
Yeah.
Don't move. You're fine, okay? Don't move.
You won't leave
What's
me.
your name?
Connor.
Why are you acting like this, Connor?
Because I'm okay.
Stop moving.
No, time is up.
Relax. Who's this?
Diane.
He's fighting with me. What's going on? Do you know him? Okay.
Easy.
Okay. I'm waiting for another unit to show up, and then we're going to figure out what's going on, okay? He's fine. He's breathing. He just started.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I was just in a music lesson. He usually just walks around. Was he hurting
Okay.
somebody?
No, I was trying to talk to him. I wasn't sure what was going on. And then he started trying to back away from me and then kind of pull away from me when he seemed like he wanted to run away.
Connor. It's okay, babe.
Am
It's
I
okay.
gonna be okay?
You're okay.
You okay, all right?
I'm sorry he scared you.
Because he's doing something with his hands or something in his hands.
Stimming.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's when you have autism. It's his nerves.
Okay,
Oh my god.
that's fine. All right. You gonna relax?
Yeah.
Okay, what's her name?
Diane.
Okay,
It's okay, babes. Oh my god, his hand's turning white.
okay. Can you move?
Yeah.
Stay right there, okay?
Just stay, Connor. Don't move, baby.
Just stay calm, okay?
Yeah.
You see the string in his hand?
Yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah, but I don't
feeling.
know. But I don't know if it was like some type of drug or something, because I couldn't see what he was doing. Because as soon as he was doing it,
I know. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
He comes over here and plays while I'm in the music lesson.
Were you playing?
Relax. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing on you, right?
No.
Okay.
He's only 14 years old.
Tell me slow units now, please. Okay, relax, okay?
Yeah, I'll take a deep breath.
Okay.
Don't move, Connor, okay? Do me a favor, don't move. So you drove by and you saw him stimming and you thought he was on drugs?
A couple of times, yeah.
You don't know anything about autism, huh?
No.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble at all.
All right,
baby.
he has
can understand.
autism. Okay.
He's 14 years old.
Relax, okay?
He won't scare me.
No,
Okay.
You're okay.
You're
He's
good.
just like John McCure. Just like John McCure. Police officer like John McCure.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. I just want to make sure he doesn't have nothing on. Hey, why don't you sit up, okay? Sit up. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Sit up. Can you sit up all the way? There you go. Stand on up for me, okay? There you go. You don't have nothing else? Nothing on you?
No.
Okay. Here, sit next to her right now, okay? Do you have ID with you, ma'am?
Yes, I do. You're fine, babes. Just relax, okay? I'm sorry.
All right.
I was just in there making a new schedule for Danica's music lesson.
Yeah, because I drove by a couple of times and he seemed fine until he started doing something with his hands, and then
He goes like this. It's called stimming. I'm sorry, you're not. If you knew about autism.
it's okay. And then when I was trying to identify him, it seemed like he wanted to run away from me. And
Well, because you scared him. Oh my God, you got.
what's his first name? Connor?
Connor.
Okay. What's his date of birth?
local return. New state return. New state return. New state return. New local return. New state return. New state return. Your assigned call has been updated. New state return. New state return.
That's what I heard. Is this Mom? I work with you as well. Oh, yeah, over here?
I saw you.
She's in there right now? Hey, Diane, here's your ID. Just give me a few more minutes, okay? Have you dealt with him before? Okay. What? I'm still rolling.
Break you in half.
Huh?
Break you in half.
Your assigned
Persona
call has
boy,
been updated.
X-ray, 9680. Service 1491, 10-4.
So he has autism. So I drove by a few times and he seemed fine. And then he was doing something in his hand and like smelling it. And as soon as he was smelling it, it was like he was having like a miniature seizure while he was standing up. So it was this string that the aunt was telling me about. So when I went to approach him, yeah, it was a string. I guess he has autism, so the string, I don't know if it calms him down or whatever.
Where'd you go hands on with him?
Because he started backing away from me when I was trying to identify him and trying to figure out what's in his hand, and he slightly turned to try and take off, and I went to grab him, and I had hands behind his back so I could detain him and figure out what's going on. And as his hands were behind his back, then he started pulling away from me and trying to, so I never let go of him until we twirled around by the tree and he went down on the ground. I just held him there. I heard my radio go off, so I figured at least if the radio went off, I knew someone was going to come, so.
Service 1491 in the blind, negative 1029, 11 of 2017, on a 2005 Chevy pickup out of Avondale, 1547.
Hey. Hey, where are you at? Okay, well, I have work here, so I wasn't sure if you wanted me to talk to work or wait till you get here.
10-6, I have a negative contact.
Okay, bye.
Lane, almost all road.
All right, so I drove by a couple of times, right? So I see him pacing from the bench to the corner, and he has something in his hand. Now we figure out it's a string, the black thing he has in his hand.
I guess autistic is like a loose string, right?
So when I was watching him, he seemed fine, and then he would hit it on his hand and smell it like he's trying to get whatever air from it. And as soon as he does that, he just, like, you know, just goes in like a brief paralysis, you know what I mean? Just gets like frozen there and just, you know, stretches out his arms. So I'm figuring he's inhaling some type of inhalant or something. So I drove by a few times, kept seeing him do this. So I came up, parked here. I tried talking to him. He seemed fine compared to when I saw him when he started trying to inhale whatever he was inhaling. And I was saying, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? He's like, nothing. And then he said something about stimming. So I'm like, well, what is that? I'm not, you know, I don't know if it's a drug thing, a medical thing. I don't know what he meant by that. And then I asked him, well, what's your name? And he starts backing up. I'm like, hey, don't back up from me. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. He starts backing up some more. I went to grab his hand. And so I'm like, hey, just relax, just calm down. So when I went to detain him, put his hands behind his back. And as I start pulling out the handcuffs, he starts pulling away from me. So as soon as he starts pulling away from me, I still have a hold on him. So we're twirled around by the tree, and then we fell down on the ground, and then I kind of fell on top of him, and I just held him there because I heard my radio chip off. So I figured someone was coming, so I just held him there. He kept trying to move again a couple of times. I told him, hey, just relax, just calm down. I could feel how I grabbed him, and there was nothing, no cut off of anything. Hey, just relax. What's your name? He told me his first name. That was pretty much it. Then the aunt came. The aunt said, oh, well, he has autism, blah, blah. So I'm like, hey, do you know her? He's like, yeah. So then I started backing off. I'm like, hey, just calm down a little bit, you know what I mean? So as soon as I started backing off on him, you know, he arrived. Made sure he didn't have any weapons or anything else on him. I had him sit with the aunt, and ID'd both of them, and that's pretty much where we're at right now.
Okay. All right. Well. Jeff's just kind of calm. Hey. Yeah, Jeff was over there. So
You have a piece of paper that you can write.
Thank you.
Okay. Hang on.
Sure.
My sister Mia is 2.
Well, let me forget about my back pain for 3 minutes.
Okay. You get along with
Are
them?
you hurting?
Or do they irritate you?
No, very good along.
Okay. No, my sisters irritate. My daughters irritate my boys, so I get it. Okay, perfect.
Sisters are made to irritate brothers.
They are.
He is such a good boy. Seriously, that's why I was just like, I'm so sorry.
No,
They
no,
said
I
you
don't
were
know what's
nice,
going
but
on.
You were yelling, so.
Oh, okay. Well, when we started falling on the ground, that's when I started yelling. But I just want to make sure that he was okay because, like I said, that string, I'm not familiar with it. So he seemed perfectly fine, but every time, like, he would hit his hand with it, and then he would go like this, almost like he was trying to smell something. We have problems with some kids, you know, smelling inhalants, things like that, almost like gasoline, stuff like that.
You have one of those
So I wasn't sure if that's what was going on.
He likes his string. We go through a couple hundred of those strings, and sometimes it's our shoelaces too.
Yeah.
So stand up, babe. You're okay. You want to stand up? You're good.
Bye.
All right, see you, Connor.
Wait
See you,
here,
Connor.
wait here.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Take care, okay?
Yeah.
You see me around, make sure you say hi, okay?
Yeah. Just say hi.
It's Jeff, right?
Yeah.
It's Jeff.
All right?
So,
Thank you, guys.
I'm
You
so
live
sorry.
up
Okay,
here?
let me just talk to my
No,
boss real quick.
I live right on Jackrabbit Trail.
Oh, okay.
So, but we're here for the music because we go there,
Oh,
and then
okay.
we'll go to the park over.
You want to check with him real quick, see if he needed them to
So
stay or
we
if they
hear
could
it
go?
all the time. That's why it's just like I'm just so blown
What school is
away.
he going to?
Oh, he's gonna go to Millennium.
Oh, Millennium?
I work at Desert Edge,
Okay.
but we like the program they have for them at
Diane?
the Millennium.
I'm gonna see my friends at Millennium.
Yes, you
How
are
long have
there.
you worked at
They're gonna
Desert
be
Edge?
Terry Bennett and Brendan Song.
Almost 4 years.
Okay, because my boy Jordan was at Desert Edge.
What's your last name?
Lamadou.
What's your son's name?
Jordan. He was in the special needs class.
Right, with Andy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet if I saw him, I'd
You
recognize
probably
him.
would.
Because I would help them when they come up all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Andrew is in his class. The stocky little guy.
I think so. I think I heard him mention the name.
Everybody knows Andrew. They get him all wild up. Do you know John McCure? He's a police officer in Goodyear.
If he worked at Desert Edge, probably
no, he's
Jordan
not
would
our school. He's
because
not
Jordan
our
was always
school.
mentioning the officers. at
Oh,
the
yeah, we have
school.
two different
I told him if
officers.
there's any problems, you go to those guys and talk to them because they'll help you out. So.
Right. Well, no hard feelings.
Yeah, no,
I tried to be calm. I saw you on him, and I was just like, okay.
Well, I wasn't hurting him. I was just trying to hold him until I had another person come. That's all.
Right.
But just hang tight. I'm just making sure
You
my
looked
boss is good.
panicked, so you had me panicked.
No.
You had that look on your face like you weren't sure what the heck was going on. Thanks, Jeff. And I'll look forward because I'd love to get one of those for
As soon as I
Connor.
find out, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
But yeah, no, you had this look like, what the heck is going on here?
No, fine.
So, and then it just because you were checking him too, and I'm like, trust me, it's.
Hey, I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine, buddy.
Yeah.
It's okay. Next time you see me, just say hi.
Yeah.
Just say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Officer
Grossman.
Grossman. Oh, that's an easy one. Grossman.
Austin Roasted.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, take care. I'm sorry to cause you all this.
No. Like I said, just hang tight real quick so my boss.
Oh, do you need
That's all.
something?
I just want to make sure my boss doesn't need nothing from me at all.
Oh, okay. Well, you have my driver's license. It's
okay.
current. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, you Buckeye people know us for my divorce. That's for sure.
Not me.
No, have you been around very long?
Yeah, but I don't deal with home issues.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't think it's been over a year, so thank God. But my kids wouldn't go, so he'd call the police and make them come to force the kids to leave.
Okay. It's always a bad thing.
Oh, it's always, that's why I'm like, I do not want to have to deal with you guys. I try to be good. It's like, oh man.
Okay.
I just can't believe it. I'm just so sorry. I mean, I can't imagine, you know, I guess, I mean, I can see when you showed up.
No, it's okay.
Probably better it was where you were in the position you were instead of when I saw you, if I saw you wrestling with him, then I'd have been like, ah!
Well, I was talking to him just like this, and he kept kind of getting, you know, trying to back away from me and kind of almost looked like he wanted to run somewhere. You know?
Well, because he probably wanted to run into where I was.
Oh, no, it was in that direction over there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually when we come, I'll sit on the bench there, but it's summertime and we're trying to switch now from summer schedule to school schedule, and I didn't think anything. So I was thought, oh, I'll just go out and see what Connor's doing, and I'm like, oh, that would
No,
be...
it's okay.
Yeah, but now I get to tell Mom and Dad.
Oh, it's all right.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you the boss?
Yeah, he's my boss.
Oh, okay.
How
I
you
just
doing?
see you walking up, not sure what you're looking like.
Is he okay?
Oh, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he already
He's
talked
not
to the
injured?
officer. No, I mean, he just has the mark on his face, but...
Why don't you take a photo of that? Just
Sure.
All right.
Do you want to, is he okay with me taking this picture? Or do you want to do it?
Okay.
Here, you know what? How about I hold him, you can take it.
There you go.
Okay. I'm going to take a picture of your face, okay? Just hold still for me. You're such a good boy. You know I love you. Okay. And you just... Do you want the grass stain on his shirt, too?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But...
Well, he's okay.
I'm going to Millennium High School and see Bernie Solon.
Oh, he's fine.
Terry Bennett.
He's very flexible.
Okay.
So it was just a very odd situation, and you know, maybe you should, I mean, don't take this wrong way, but maybe
That's okay.
your officer should learn more about, you know, disabilities too.
Definitely. There's a training dealing with...
That's what Jeff was saying. Jeff said it was new to you guys and everything.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, if there's anything you could do, I'm going to leave you my business card. And if anything come up, just give me a call, okay?
All right. I'll see how Mom and Dad act. I have to tell them.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's just weird. Oh, you're Eric. Okay. Yeah, like I was telling him, he kind of here all the time, you know, and he walks him down the stairs, and he doesn't bother anybody, he usually stays away. That's why, too, he had to have, like, more Chuck E. Cheese. My dad said to me, he goes, he's really good, you know, he doesn't bother anybody, he just stays in his own little...
No, like I said, like, the only thing that distracted was whatever was in his hand.
Yeah.
He was bringing up to his face almost like he was trying to inhale something. That's what made me assume that he might have been trying to...
And goes like this.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
what
all part of the stemming thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I have to live with it
That's
all
okay.
the time, so you
All right.
get used to it. So.
Well,
All right.
if pass it on to Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I
if
will.
you have any questions, then give me a call.
Jeff told me about a really good program because, like, you know, Connor doesn't have any ID on him and he doesn't look 14.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
in the future, then that way you can have like an ID. So, would you look for? You saw that on him? Oh, you don't know anything about the program.
Well, we
pay.
pay attention to, like, medical bands and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to talk to him. So now that we had this incident, if anything ever happens in the future, and he sees somebody, a police officer approaching, I'll tell him to say, you know, hey, you know, tell them where I'm at or something, you know, or at least talk to them. So it's all good, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just kind of freaked out by the whole thing because, like I said, to walk up on it, I hope I was calm enough.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's why I sat down. I went, I'm just going to sit here so Connor can see me and know that everything's okay. So,
All right.
I guess I was just kind of confused, like, at one point, if he could have just let him up a little more. I mean, his hand was turning white. You know, I mean, especially because you knew that Connor knew who I was and stuff. It would have been just that part, but I don't know. I mean, you can't change what already happened, but you know, you guys' lives are at risk all the time, so I totally get it.
That's okay.
I lost one of my friends days last year, so that was really bad, and so I get it. But it's just hard when it's your own. So you guys take care and be safe,
Right.
okay?
No problem. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.